when they move on into the commercialization stage. A sampling of Mar'09 activities. We had seminar on funding for innovators. We have signed MOU, for example, Memorandum of Understanding with Cradle Fund, which has got money coming from the Finance Ministry. So we sign MOU, we say, okay, we promote ideas and we connect our members to this fund source. Creative workshop, recyclable material. We use all the rubbish from home. We conduct a workshop and say, even from rubbish from home, we can turn them into some money or value. I mean, I was in the wastewater business. You know where wastewater comes from, fresh water. That's a business. Because you have to manage that, and therefore you're paid for it. So manage it. Okay. Annual Creativity Innovation Week, various talk seminars. Last year, the first time Malaysia celebrated Creativity Innovation Week on 15th of April. And that's the time when we got the minister to launch my first book. Why we selected 15th April? Because the world celebrates this. It is actually the birthday of Leonardo da Vinci. We all know Leonardo da Vinci. What do you know? He's a poet, he's an artist, he's a scientist, he's an inventor, he's an innovator. All in one. The message is, to be really creative and innovative, you need to have a good mix of discipline. If you're a pure artist, you must move on to the science area and blend it well. If you're a science area, you must move on to the art area and blend it well, and then you get it. And that's why we are very honored, we are very happy with University of Kuala Lumpur from Malaysia, for example. There's a big delegation here, travel that. Some of the members are here. Put up your hands, please. We recognize UNICAL. They work with us very closely. We conduct a lot of programs. They like it. We show you some. And you've got to get excited. They come to Brisbane to learn. And of course, I like to thank the president too, Dato' Hakim, thank you. Dato' Judge. Hakim is a judge name. The translation. Dato' Hakim for sponsoring a lot of child people. And of course, I like to thank Mosti, the director, I must recognize, the director of Innovation and Commercialization, Datin Nur Wahida. Give a clap to him. We had a whole team with the minister last night. The minister had got a meeting. He has got to leave last night. But Mar'09, being an NGO, we feel very honored, very inspired, very motivated to work more because we got the support of the government, you see. So that's very important because the government has money. I don't mind sharing with you. Mar'09, we are all very poor people. Honestly, I happen to save a lot. I don't drink, I don't smoke, so I save. Therefore, I can come to Australia. So that's a bit of difference. So each time I talk to the young, I say, please don't drink, don't smoke, don't do naughty things. You save a lot. Then you can embark into buying gadgets, funny gadgets which are. Because being creative, you need also to be like young, you know, feel young. I'm not so young, but I feel young. Sometimes I feel very old. The difference between the young and the adults' hobby or toys, I like to play a lot of toys, is the price tag of the toys. Am I right? True or not? Yeah, I'll show you some examples. Anyway, this is just last week. You recognize who talks? This man doesn't like to stay around. He wants to be free. This was just last week. We talked on thinking and thriving during turbulent times. The message here is, I said, I quoted Bill Gates. I'm sure we all know Bill Gates. I don't have to introduce him. He's filthy rich. He said, in an economic downturn, there is an innovation upturn. In an economic downturn, which we are all facing, the world is facing, yeah, but there is an innovation upturn, meaning there are opportunities for us to be innovative. Where does innovation begin? It begins from the head, from the brain, from the mind. This is the power of the mind. This is actually what I call the neck-top computer, come raw, given by God when we are given birth. Okay, laptop, computer, laptop, computer, desktop, laptop, laptop. Got it? Yeah. Creative people can use any word as long as you understand. You understand really well? Yeah. That's all. It's laptop, computer. But what it needs is good programs. Good program, good software to go in, right? That's the education part. In Malaysian scenario, I can tell you this. In Malaysian scenario, parents will be so gung-ho about their children, you know, trying to care too much, so-called love. They always say, hey, you can't do this, you cannot do that. And when they try to do something, no, you can't. The adults come, no, you must be at the back. The adults are here, you know, we are all our own territory. There are too many no's that our young Malaysians are grown up with. What happened? Up here got stuck. No. And when they go to school, unfortunately, the school system doesn't help very much. We are trying to improve. Yeah? But, for example, we were very impressed yesterday. We've got young school children here. They ask good questions about water, very intelligent questions. It's fantastic. My only sad thing is I overheard one school teacher say, oh, I wish these kids don't ask too many questions. I get worried. I thought, wow, fantastic example. But that teacher shouldn't be there. Serious. I wouldn't know who she is. But she's she. The teacher is a she. Excuse me. Now, number two. This is have finished Makri. So I showed Makri, the latest event was just last week. Our vehicle number two, in November 08, the government of Malaysia established what we call the Malaysian Innovation Foundation. I must recognize the brilliant idea of the Honourable Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Dato' Dr. Maximus Ongkili, who was here last 3 days, just left last night. Because of his good idea, when he brought up to the cabinet approved. This is the vehicle for us to reach the masses, the grassroots. Okay? Not only reach, they have also given, we've got a slide, next one, this one. 10 million ringgit, up there, I missed that, up there. They give a grant of 10 million ringgit, not Aussie dollars, ringgit, but it's okay, it's a start. You must start somewhere, right? They work through, you don't get more. 10 million ringgit is a grant, and the Finance Ministry has approved a special tax exemption for companies who contribute to the foundation. 1-to-1 grant. They give $1, government gives $1. If we can raise, the foundation raise 1 million, we can get another 1 million. So we're working hard to create programs to convince the corporate sector for them to buy in so that they can participate in this program. Then we get more money from the government. We get more money in order to do more programs to reach out to the community. Okay? So that is where we are now. It is called Yayasan Inovasi Malaysia. I can conduct a crash program in Bahasa. Yayasan is called Foundation. Inovasi, you're very familiar, it's innovation. Malaysia, I think you know Malaysia is a country. So that's cut off very fast. Thank you, good manners. The chairman is none other than, I mentioned to you, Dato' Dr. Maximus Ongkili. The Prime Minister currently is Dato' Sri Abdullah outgoing, and incoming one, the young man, or relatively young, the son of a former, the second Prime Minister is Dato' Sri Najib Tun Abdul Razak. Why are they outcoming, incoming? Just like you had some election last week, right? So I was fortunate, I was having a political background, I read with a little bit more understanding. I could see through what's behind. But here was a big annual general meeting of the strongest party in the government, which is called UMNO, where I belong. And that happened, and there was a transition of power. I think the 1st of April is going to be the last cabinet meeting of the old Prime Minister. So the handing over the new Prime Minister is going to be soon in April. And I believe